got back from Hawaii. What a wonderful experience it was. My oldest son, Jake, who's 22 years old, just proposed to his girlfriend, and she said yes. So it was a really wonderful family experience, to say the least, especially on the island of Hawaii. Didn't get blown up. So as we were celebrating, I thought it'd be a great idea to run into the waves. So I ran as fast as I could and dived into the waves, and I just got crushed. I got pummeled by a wave, and I lost my wedding ring. So my son gives a ring, and the ocean takes my ring away, all in a matter of about 30 seconds. So it was as I was contemplating putting on the snorkel mask, and I was thinking about trying to find this ring somehow, thinking that miraculously the ring would somehow come to the shore. I was thinking to myself about all the marriages that my mom has had on all her marriages and all the rings that she's had on her finger. She's been not married once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. And they've all kind of shaped me and who I am as an individual today. So I'd like to kind of just talk to you about a little bit about each one of those marriages. I won't go into the 4th one, but I'll cover 3 of them since we have not a lot of time, because Jason has a 10-minute speech. So. But he was an amazing guy. He embellished every story. I was going to be a 4-minute miler. I was going to be president of the United States. And she realized that this wasn't what it was going to be for her and our family. So she had the withdrawal to get out of that situation. And so the second marriage was John McDermott. This guy had an ego the size of this room. He was so into himself that it was almost comical. In fact, he had a grocery store named McDermott Foods, and had all of us go into the store, and we worked. His whole family worked in the store. I was a cashier. My brother worked in the meat department, and he just always exploited us. I felt like we were like in a sweat factory. And like on Thanksgiving Day, the day before Thanksgiving, we'd go to all the competitor stores and load up grocery carts with turkeys, just because he was too cheap to fill up his own grocery store with turkeys. And one of the little quirks he had is every night he would order a large Geno's pizza with anchovies and have a 6-pack of Miller Lite beer and watch Knight Rider. And then he'd fall asleep. So of course you can tell where this ended up going. He ended up dying of a heart attack. Now my mom's 3rd marriage was a guy named Roger Clark. My mom got swept off her feet by an automotive mechanic. This guy was a piece of work as well. He could fix anything. So he taught me a lot about work and hard work and getting up early in the morning and making sure that you have goals and going to Alaska, because all your work usually got done by 9 o'clock in the morning. But Roger Clark was the type of guy that would buy an 80-foot Bayliner boat, and he didn't even know how to swim. He could teach people how to water ski, but he didn't even know how to swim. And he had other people that came out to his garage out in the country to work for him and paid him underneath the table to make an extra revenue stream. So Roger Clark, my 3rd dad, also another thing that I was amazed by was he kind of was a short in stature and had kind of a roly-poly belly. And he could fit underneath these cars. I could not understand. He could fix anything, but I was amazed how he never got stuck working on cars underneath these different vehicles of his. But it was just a neat thing too, that experience. But add it all up, you can tell that my mom was known as the Black Widow, because he died as well of a heart attack. Every person that my mom married somehow mysteriously dies of a heart attack, or they get forced into drinking themselves to death. So let that be a premonition that I needed to get away. So I moved to Arizona. I got into the nursing school, which was a complete path of which I not even into today. I'm into sales. But nursing school was where I met my wife. And the very first day of nursing school was interpersonal communications. We were doing assessments on each other. I was finding her blood pressure, finding out where her heartbeat was, and She had a very healthy heart, and I just decided this is someone I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. So we got married, have 3 boys. My oldest son is named Jake. He is going to start medical school. This is his 2nd day at medical school at the Mayo Clinic. Very, very proud of him. He loves working with wood, which is very interesting because I used to work on his Pinewood Derby cars. I've actually given a speech about how I used to butcher Pinewood Derby cars with making this piece of wood, and I always failed. We always got dead last. But I think he decided that he got tired of losing, so he became really good at working with wood and making things. So he made his ring box for his girlfriend, and it was just a really nice touch where he made it out of koa wood, and he put the ring inside the ring box. My 2nd oldest son is named Jason, and he's going to be a senior at Hamilton High School, and he really is an amazing kid. I think one of his unique talents is that he can sleep 20 to 24 hours a day, and it just blows my mind. But he's very, very smart. He loves multimedia. Has been recognized at his school for film, and he loves all the Quentin Tarantino movies like Pulp Fiction and Kill Bill 1 and Kill Bill 2. And then my last son is Jason, and he is a runner, and he's 9 years old and will be a 3rd grader. So that's the full spec in 5 to 6 minutes. Thank you.